I was on the internet today just scrolling, right?
As one does.
And I saw something when my name was brought up on another show, right? And it was brought up by one of Richard's old teammates, good guy, good friend of mine, Kenyon Martin.
Uh-oh.
And they were discussing the
I'm
teams.
not getting between that
The,
furniture
the
movie.
teams, it's not a fight. It's just it's just a little
Grown man, healthy conversation.
conversation. Yeah. And they were discussing uh, whether or not this Oklahoma City Thunder team was better than our 2012 Thunder team, right? And I already said this maybe like 2.5, 3 weeks ago that I feel like this team that they have right now is actually better because they have more depth, right? They have more depth. And we're not, so we have to go back in time and really think about the James Harden 6 Man of the Year. He wasn't the MVP type James Harden yet, right? So if they was to match up, they got guys that could really, really kind of lock
Get
that.
in.
Yeah. And I just think overall, their defense would take them over the top. But then I don't mind being criticized or critiqued, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But then Kenyon was like, well, yeah, Perk would be a liability. Hold on 1 second, brother. Liability. Let me give you some facts. Okay.
Fact them up.
Let me give you some facts when it comes to throwing out that word of liability. The Oklahoma City Thunder never went to the NBA Finals until Kendrick Perkins arrived on that team because they couldn't get past the Lakers, who had the Twin Towers and Andrew Bynum and Paul Gasol. Okay, that's number one.
They were a problem.
Now let's talk about that finals run. All right. In that finals run, Kendrick Perkins, the first round, had the assignment of guarding Dirk Nowitzki, which we swept them, right? One-on-one, Dirk Nowitzki, go put up the tape, had him frustrated, everything. Second round, Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum, go look at those numbers, go look at what they did and what they didn't do. They did absolutely nothing. Then you want to get to the Western Conference Final. Guess who had to guard the greatest power forward of all time by himself?
Channing Frye.
Kendrick Perkins. Guess what adjustments we made during that time when we were down 0-2? We switched everything. And you can go find the film of me guarding and locking up Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili. Locking them up. Go watch game 3. And I was talking shit to Steve Kerr because he said I should have been out of the rotation, who was doing the play-by-play at the time. Get to the NBA Finals, go pull it up again. A few double-doubles in there. So my thing is, if you're going to say something, at least have the facts. And the reason I bring that up is because if I was able to hold my own and defend Dirk, Paul Gasol, and Tim Duncan, I damn sure wouldn't have had a problem with Isaiah Hardenstein, Chet Holmgren, and Jalen Williams. That's what I wanted to.
Okay, now let me step in here real quick. Perk, love the receipts. Kenyon, I'm talking directly to you, my brother.
I'm not talking to him.
No. Kenyon's my brother. I'm talking directly to Kenyon.
Okay.
Perk, no. Perk makes some good points here, my brother. I didn't know he was going to start with this. I didn't know he was going to start with this, but he makes some valid points. Now, if you were saying that, with that team, liability, again, there's revisionist history, what we remember, stuff like that, especially how people are at the end of their career. The last 5 years of my career, I averaged probably a total of like 6 points a game. But if you go look at the first 12 years of my career, you know what I'm saying, that is closer to 17, right? So it's like when you start to get to those, like, again, so if Kenyon, I know Kenyon to be a person. If he is found that the receipts prove him to be wrong, Kenyon will own up to it. That's the type of man he is. And if he thinks, like, if he goes back and watches the tapes and sees some bullshit, he might stand by his opinion even more. So guess we're gonna find out. We await your answer, Kenyon.